And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. Well, I see an opportunity here to sort of explain something. A lot of people on the forums, and maybe other people who play this or watch my series, might be wondering how do you grow a city out? Because it has a tendency to grow up. You can see the buildings in here. They start to get really big. And in cities where we're just supplying one little area, these buildings will grow up, and then it will very, very little of it will grow out. See, we built this on the very outside edge of the city. This is the center of the city. So the city was right in here. We built this way on the outside edge, and this is where the city is growing. So if we look at Indianapolis, you can see by placing the corners here for the compasses, we're encouraging growth out. So we're encouraging the growth to come out. So I see an opportunity here. Right in here, we have a whole lot of residential. You can see the residential in here is very, very valuable because it essentially has access to 2 or 3 different lines. So a lot of options to not only go work, but also shop. Because they are also right next to a lot of commercial, and the commercial is getting a little bit of food. We're not quite there yet on food. We've got 684 demand. We're close to wanting to upgrade that line because look at all the food that we've got here. Tons and tons and tons of food. So let's look at our line for food. Indianapolis food, we only have one vehicle on that right now, and it's only pulling 180 at a time. So we could upgrade this line. We could add another train, or we could basically increase the amount this thing is able to pull at a time. I think we might be able to put two or 3, depending on how big that big boy is, and that big boy takes quite a bit of room in the front of my train, like two wagons worth at least, maybe 2.5 wagons worth. So upgrading that to maybe pull 196 or maybe a little over 200 would be good. It would be a little bit more profitable. But since we have so much food sitting here, I think we're going to eventually need to double up the line anyway, because this city is, as it grows and develops, it's going to start demanding so much food that it's going to have to be doubled anyway. Even that short run needs to be doubled up. Whoa. So we are going to double it up now, add a second train, and then see where we are as far as supply, because we need to start supplying the other materials in order to really increase the growth of the train or the city. So that is the plan for now. Whoa, right there. So let's do quickly fill in here so the line gets updated. And over here. So that should have made that line 2-way now, or at least 1-way. 1-way on each side is what we're going for. And I'm going to have to start upgrading. I'm going to have to go through and upgrade all of my lines to have the catenary on them, because we'll eventually be moving towards the sweet, sweet glory of the electric engine. So that's St. Louis food. So this just filled up. Indianapolis food. So it's a big boy. I think that line connects right into this depot. So let's look at making it green. So let's see, the big boy. Do we want to spend it on the big boy? 6,200 horsepower. How much is this? Yeah, see, that's not very much horsepower at all. We're going to add another big boy. And then the boxcar, we want food. And with this one, we can go over. So this one is Indianapolis food. Make sure, yep, see that's doubled up. Good, good, good. Now we've just made this line have a better frequency of use. So that kind of tells the station that the goods just won't sit. They're going to be moved, so it's going to start supplying a little bit more as well. And it starts supplying more, then it starts demanding more cows. Look at the cows. Holy cow. Literally, holy cow. Wow, we could add... That is insane. That's a lot of cows. Oh, this thing upgraded. That's one of the reasons it upgraded. So now the big boy here is going to load up. And this one's just getting in. So it's the perfect timing. This one's just getting in the station to unload. And this one's pulling into the station to load. So that was good timing. So now they're good to go. They're perfectly synced even already. Good times. Oh, that's a lot of cows. I might need to add another... How many do I have? I have 3 trains on that line. And it's still not enough. These all need to be the same color. Not sure why that wasn't the right color, but now it is. Yeah, this is a very profitable line right now. We are moving cows. We are really moving some cows. This must have upgraded. Ooh, this is upgraded twice. And remember, I have the industry production mod on here, so the max level production is not 1,600 like in the vanilla game, but 12,800. And we will hit that. Okay, so it looks like construction materials also could use a bump. So how many trains? I think I only have 1 train on this. Yeah, 1 train. And that's running a big boy as well. How profitable are you? So you're semi-profitable. I mean, you're profitable. That's a given, but until we start running faster trains, and this is a big boy, so it's able to haul quite a lot all the way up to here. So we're gonna have to double that line up too. Which line is that? You're right in here. So this goes underneath there, pokes out right here. So we're going to get rid of this. We're going to drag this one out. And let's run this underneath all of this. And, you know, doing a tunnel is a little tricky because placing signals in a tunnel is a little bit hard, especially if your tunnel goes deep. If it's a really deep tunnel, it's nearly impossible to get signals to work the way you want them. So we're going to pull this out right about here. There we go. Now that should update. This is right now on the wrong side of the track. but that's kind of okay for now. And let's see, where can we easily add a... We're going to add, just before the tunnel, we're going to add a depot back in here. So one of the things I want to do is I want to add another station right out here. Connect all of this stuff up, and then put that station and connect to Charlotte. That would be a good idea. It would be a very expensive line because most of it would be tunnel. Very expensive line, in fact. But it would connect all of these guys up in here and allow and encourage growth in this direction. I could also add a airport to that and be able to connect with an airport some of these other distant cities. Although airports are better further away. So like an airport way down here in Baton Rouge connecting way up here to like Philadelphia. Although getting an airport somewhere over here would be nearly impossible. Just because of all the mountains and how expensive it would be to flatten all that land. Plus the game only flattens so much land before it barks at you. It says, no, we can't flatten all that land. So we are going to double up the movement. Oh, hitch. Yeah, still getting those. So I honestly have no idea what the performance update did, but I haven't felt very much of a difference. Oh, it's kind of hard to see in there. Okay. Yeah, these signals are good. This is a pretty shallow tunnel. If it went pretty deep, that would be a very hard thing to do. Putting signals on there. So we want another big boy, and we want it on the Indianapolis construction materials. So let's go. Buy train. This is going to be orange. We're going to have a big boy. These are going to be a stake car, and we're going to set it to construction material. Okay, 216, everything is good. And now we just doubled the amount of construction material we're pushing into Indianapolis. And you can see the food, we're now delivering enough food to where it's actually starting to fill up. So this line should start seeing some profit. This is not just the vehicle here. This is the profit for the entire line. So you can see we're nearly no profit at all, and now we're starting to eke out a profit right here because it's more and more of these deliveries are actually moving something. Do we have better trucks available yet? We have the Studebaker. Those are individualistic though, so they're not generic. Although these are more raw materials. That's raw materials. Although fuel is not a raw material. So we could upgrade these to Studebakers to deliver all that food and the construction material. But I think I'm going to stick with these for now until we get the Peterbilts, which should be any time now. How's our food doing? Green Bay food is now pretty hefty. Where is Green Bay? Ah, that's why. 18 years old. Let's pause this And we're going to do a replace on this because we're now able to deliver more food to Green Bay. Let's look at the demand. 305. I want to increase this thing so it delivers more food. So this is a bright green. And right now it is top speed 50. It looks like it's probably a Mikado. Yep, it's a Mikado. So we're going to increase this to, should we use maybe this line here, EMD, the new one? That might be a good idea. See a new engine in action here. Let's double it. Do a double head. Okay, so we're going to have food. Right now it's only delivering 84, and that's not nearly enough. How about 180? And now we're going to yes, 25%. And the change in the patch has actually made it so the engine won't upgrade when it first comes into the station. If it's carrying any cargo, it will empty its cargo, then upgrade, and then fill with any cargo that it needs. So like passenger trains now will upgrade in between dropping their passengers off and picking more up. So it's very handy. But there is a bug with it that I'm not sure if anybody has mentioned yet. So I'm going to have to go into the forums and take a peek and see if anybody's mentioned a bug. Because if you have more than one train on a line, there's a bug that basically says, if like here, so I have this train on here, there's a bug that when it upgrades, it'll stay in the station and the other train will come in, go drive right over the top of it, upgrade, and then leave. And then the other train that was there already then leaves once it's clear. So it's a weird, really bizarre behavior. So now we should have quite a bit of profitability out of this line. We should have doubled our profit. And now we are delivering much more food. So let's track this. There we go. Bright green. Good times. So Green Bay is going to get a huge influx of food, which is good. Am I delivering those goods? I'm pretty much capturing almost the entire city with this one station. So one of the reasons I love these dead-end stations with the other street connection, because it not only connects back here, but it also connects way up here. So that really helps. I kind of want to see how much profit this gives me. So let's buzz him in here really quick. Yeah, 2.4 million. Not too bad. So, where else can we improve? Oh, cows. I need more cows. So, this is the double. Okay, so we need more cows. So we are going to do green. I think that's the right green. Yeah, looks the same. So this is a multiple unit. And let's see, wagons, boxcar, livestock. And what's the capacity of one of these? 198. There we go. We're going to double it there. And this is CHI livestock. Are you coming out? There we go. Why are these red? These should not be red. Green. There you go. For some reason, when I set the color, this engine does not like the color that I set. Swear to... Yeah, I know I set that color. So he'll just buzz right through here. Unfortunately, this train is now getting kind of blocked. So that will take some time. Let's speed up time a little bit to encourage this to go a little bit faster. Road vehicle 7 has reached its lifetime. So we're going to replace you with a yellow twin coach. Oh, it's got to... Both of these now have to come out. Yeah, see, these are green, but this is red. I don't know why the engine didn't take the color. Einheitswagen. Colorado Pass. Replacement. Yellow twin coach. Yes. There we go. More cows. Serious delivery of cows now. Oh, getting a lot of road vehicles that are dying on me here. So replace yellow twin coach. Go. Yes. And after about, 2 or 3 months in game, I'll go through all my lines, because you can go through here and see, like these two, these are all done now, so I can just set these to no, and they won't replace any more. So this one is replaced at all. This kind of gives you an at a glance look at which areas need to get replaced. So we are processing quite a lot of construction material. How much are these? These are 216? That's pretty good. And be wary of overloading a line with trains, because two things. It's loaded quite a lot in the station because I haven't been delivering it very fast. So once you hit your level of delivery, your demand will drop. And so this will slowly be dropping demand. And also, the more trains you have on a line, the less likely they are, unless you override it, they won't actually fill all the way up. So I don't know if we can look at that on this line here, but if you put enough trains on a line, they'll come in and start loading, and the next train will be coming in, so it'll tell this train to bounce. So this train will leave without actually having filled all the way up, even though there was cargo here. So that automatic, separation of the line will override it, and it will leave without actually filling up, unless, obviously, you go and tell it to do a full load. But I tend not to do that, just because it's a little iffy on whether the full load disrupts the lines. So it looks like we are doing pretty well now on all of our lines, and we are making money hand over fist, which is allowing us to then look at other types of cargo. I really want to get into especially tools and machines. Those are important, but that requires quite a substantial amount of work to get even the very first tool delivered. So I think I'm going to tackle fuel next. And fuel is going to be something that we're going to do down here in Louisiana. So we're going to have some oil pumps down here and some refining somewhere, I don't know, back up in here maybe. I haven't decided yet where the refining is going to be, but we will be refining it. And logistically speaking, trying to grow Indianapolis to as big as we can handle. All right, well, that will do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.